All right, we are here with a special installment of Cut the Rhetoric. You may know me originally from the Talk F&F show, but I'm on my own right now. So I'm here with the lovely and amazing Miss Mia Thornton.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. It's going good. Bring your mic just a little bit closer to you.
Closer?
Yep, right there.
Okay.
All right, so I'm here with entrepreneur, reality star, legend.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Super mom.
Yes, that for sure.
And I'm just glad we were able to get this down. It's been a minute. But I do want to say, there's a lot of stuff I've been seeing you do on the internet and things of that nature. So I'm just kind of confused. I want some clarification. Okay. And I'm a little bit of a messy boots.
Okay.
So
all right.
I just want to put my glasses on.
I'm a menace, yes.
So they know. So when I first called you about this.
Oh, it's getting real.
When I first called you about this interview, you had posted that you were single. Like it was like a whole little single post. And then the next thing I saw you cosplaying as Mrs. Officer. So would you like to give the people a little bit of what's going on there?
You know, so B and I are having a good time, right?
Yeah.
So, and he's very persistent. We did meet like 4 years ago.
Okay.
I'm just going to say several years because you know how I be. It's been several years.
No need for that for the people who are trying to do the math.
Please don't fact check. But and you know, again, he also saw that post that I was single, and so of course he was one of the first to slide on in and saying, "Hey, let me take you out." And I was like, actually, at first I said, "Hey, I'm going to take some time. I need time to just love on me." I think is what I responded to him, and he was like, "All right, bet." And then about 30 days later, he was like, "So you gonna let me take you out?" And I was like, the persistence of this one. So, and I said, yeah. And we actually, you know, we went out, had a good time, and we have been having a really good time.
I saw you on the stream together. Y'all was on the Sean Frost stream together?
Listen, I don't even know how I got there.
That was me. Us people.
First of all, I was trying to stay in the car. Okay. Like
I don't blame you.
So we were actually getting ready to go out to the lake house. And so of course we wanted to meet up so we can like ride together. You know how that goes. Like we're not driving all the way out to a lake. Like we might as well just ride together. So, and he was doing the stream, right? And he had ran over his time. He was like, "Babe, I'm still here. Like, what you want to do?" And I was like, "Well, I got work to do, so I would just stay in the car." And he was like, "No, I want you to come in." I had no idea what I was walking into. I just, so when I saw him, I was just like, "Hey, babe." I thought he was recording a song. You know, I thought we were in the studio. I had no idea that it was even being like streamed. Recorded? Like live.
Oh wow!
I had no idea. I just knew you can cut me out, right?
So you have no
I'm
idea
used to
that
reality television where we can edit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not used to this live streaming world. That is something new for me. Like I was like, what exactly is going on? I saw random girls coming in, and it was like,
yeah, Deshaun is he's a different kind of guy. So like,
and he's amazing.
Yeah,
no, like dope energy, so much fun. I enjoyed meeting him and you know the crew and all his. You know, what he had going on. But it was definitely like, it was a random day.
Is that something that you can see you doing in the future? Like
no,
some type of stream?
No. I need editing rights because you guys know my mouth. Like, I just be saying
Got to put a beep here and there?
Yes.
But, all right, so I kind of just want to get into, in this conversation, just kind of have, like, encompass how you've gotten to the point that you are here. Because, like I said, I've known you from when we were younger. Like, so we grew up together. We've been in the same houses before.
I remember you were in diapers.
You used to take me to my tutoring and stuff when I was younger.
Yes.
So, like.
Yes.
Did you always feel like this brand of celebrity was something that you wanted, or was it something that kind of came to you as you maturated?
I think it was never anything that I wanted, but I think it's something that I just couldn't shake, you know, like opportunities for TV had been coming in for several years and I just kept kind of like exploring it and I was like, yeah, you know, I'll do an interview. I'll see what you're talking about. Let me, you know, what y'all paying me, you know, like, no, for real. Yeah. And, you know, and I just kept saying, like, I did say yes to the dress. The only reason why I did the TLC segment was because I took that opportunity back to my girls. Because I was like, okay, they might like this. Because it was a bridesmaid edition. Yeah. And they were like, y'all excited? Yeah, we're going to be on TV. And I was like, okay, whatever. All right, y'all sure about this? And that's the only reason why I did that was really because it was something fun for me and the girls to do. We had the time of our life. Like, I, you know, booked a whole weekend and we stayed here in Atlanta because I got married at the Chateau Elan. And you know, we did the wine and the limo, and it was just something fun to do, right? But then there was other opportunities. A VH1 opportunity came my way, and I was like, heck to the nizal. And then, of course, so by the time Housewives came, I was like, okay, God, like, let me just say yeah. And I really wanted to say no. And I'm going to give you a little bit of exclusive.
Okay.
I quit my first season.
Oh, word.
I gave them my resignation papers. I was like, thank you so much for the opportunity. It's been a great experience. Sayonara. And they came back and was like, no.
Yeah, I mean, you were a big deal.
What is it that you need? What do you want? You know, and I was like, okay. And so I say that to say is that it's not ever something that I want. It's always something that I pray about. And if God says go, then I go. But if he says slow, then I slow down. I had no fun intended.
So how does it come to where it's like a lot of the information about you has to get kind of revealed in there? Like early on, you know, you spoke a lot about being in foster care and things of that nature. How do you get to that point where you were comfortable with kind of opening that up to people? Or is that not something you look like? That's just an open book?
Yeah, well, before TV, I actually did panels and I hosted like tea parties, and, you know, I did a lot of events about turning pain into power. I've always been very transparent about my story because I feel like when you're sitting in a room, especially when you're sitting in a room full of women, and we all go through things, right? Like everybody has experienced some type of trauma. There's no one size fits all, and no one is exempt, right? So if God is bringing me to this platform, I'm like, okay, let me just be an open book. I have nothing to hide. I'm not exempt. Those are the things that I had to go through. I know that there's a reason why I needed to go through it. And I think that and I'm going to tell you, like, there are moments where, especially when I go to like kids' birthday parties or like the trampoline park with my teenager, the teenage girls who are watching the show, which I don't know if they're supposed to be watching the show, but they actually come and hug me, and some of them cry, and they need to see representation. They need to say, and one of the girls, she was living with her grandma because her grandma came over and told me, she's like, this is my granddaughter, I'm raising her. And she was in tears. And I said, this is why, you know, so the adults that don't get it, or the people on social media, I don't care. It's not for you. It's for those little girls who actually need someone to say, wow, like she was me, and look at her now. And she is doing life the way that she wants to do it, and she's taking, you know, she's a good mom, she's taking care of her kids, like she's navigating relationships, she's navigating her businesses, which is what I wish the show would have showed more of, because then it would have all made sense. We filmed it, just didn't get shown. Of course, because it's boring. I was told by a producer that no one wants to watch you work.
I mean, I could have imagined that, because this is what they push. I'm just not saying
I'm cute at work. Do you see me?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying in regards to I can understand what they push. They have a history of pushing a certain type of agenda. Yeah. And so they want to see that because that's where they know that works. And it's a detriment to all of us.
But does it work really? I don't feel like it's like...
to them, when they get the ratings and they get the ads and all that, to me, that's all they see. So
all I got to say is that we watched the Kardashians work for 20 years. Okay, it's working, or 25 now, right? It's working really well for them, but it's just because, you know...
No, you're true. It's true.
You know, I was trying to give them that element. Yeah. But, you know, maybe the next opportunity that comes across my vote, they'll get the Black and Asians. Oh.
So, a question, you brought up the kids in regard. So, is it difficult being so revealing in regards to just having a daughter, having two sons? Like, is it a challenge kind of being open like that, because you know they're going to see, and now you're going to have uncomfortable conversation? Because it's not going to stem like, hey, I'm just telling you who I am. Yeah. It's going to be somebody at school said this, or somebody, a friend said this, and now we have to have a conversation that maybe you weren't prepared for at the moment.
Right. All right. So, and that's a really great question, because that actually has come up a lot, especially in the most recent season. And I'm really involved in my kids and their education. And for the past 2 years, they have not had to experience peers because they've been homeschooled. And now my two littles are actually back on campus, but my oldest is now homeschooled. So they're like flip-flopping around, right? But it's based off of their sports and their academics and, you know, their life and their schedule. But I never really worried about bullying because I'm raising very strong, empowered children. My kids are very strong. They move with power. You know, they are being raised to be entrepreneurs. My daughter's like, you know, yeah, mom, you know, one day I'm going to take over the family business. She's 8.
No,
okay. So, one of my Joshua, we got him a cell phone when he turned 10, and he was in the back seat of the Escalade on the phone talking to his friend like, hey man, yeah, I'm out of town. I'm out here touring my businesses. These kids, my kids are not like the normal, like what you would think because of their experiences and how they've been raised. So their mindset is a little different. So if a child comes to them, they're like, yeah, my mom's on TV. Yeah, it's wild and crazy. Yeah, she's amazing and I love her. Yeah, sometimes I don't see her because she's always working. Like my kids are like, yeah, but guess what? At the end of the day, they have an amazing life and they're emotionally articulate at such a young age, which is why I do not worry about them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, for sure. So even in regards to just privacy matters and just the fact that, because like with me, I don't post a lot of things with mine because when I had them, I didn't have a contract and said like, this, you're a part of everything I do. Anytime you see it's going to be connected. So it's like, I try to limit that exposure. Was that something that you ever in mind, or was it just something that you felt like was important to embrace?
So it's definitely something that was considered, right, and talked about as like in the household. They are child stars, so again, it's a little bit different. Like they're anything that we do, it does directly affect our children. But again, we have to navigate around that. So, and you're right. Like they obviously, you said that they didn't sign up for it, but we do have conversations with the children every season. And I'm like, hey guys, camera friends want to come back. How do you guys feel about that? And they're like, especially my daughter, yes, I'm ready. She's like, where's my mic? I got to go get some outfits. I got to get my hair done, mom. So, but the moment that if they would have said no, like my oldest, I think you guys saw him first season. And that was really it, right? Yeah. Because he told me, he's like, Ma, I don't want to do this. So you don't have to do it. Yeah. Right? I'm never going to make my children do anything that they don't want to do. If there's something that they're uncomfortable with, we do have conversations. My oldest is the one that's on social media. My 2 littles have no social media. My oldest does call sometimes and he's like, Ma, these comments are wild, but these people don't even know you, so it's like, oh, as long as you, and then a lot of times, and he's 17 now, he's like, Ma, he was like, don't you ever forget who you are.
That's dope.
And that tells me that he's okay because he's over here. I'm like, who's the parent here? Like, I'm supposed to be telling you that. But Josh is such I'm so blessed. Like these kids, God knew what he was doing when he blessed me with my babies.
That's dope.
And they knew the life that they were going to be living. And you have to, and again, God doesn't give you anything that you can't handle. Yeah. Right. So while I'm sitting in this seat and there's a lot of negative scrutiny, or, if someone has something to say about something, or they don't like how I'm maneuvering or what I'm doing, well, guess what? This is my life that God chose for me. And that's why it's not yours. Right.
So you talked about breaking like generational cycles and stuff. Is communication, do you feel like your strongest tool in doing that?
Generational cycles. No. So I think talking about it is the first stigma, right? Especially in our communities. Yeah. We don't talk about the things, right? There are a lot of things that we don't talk about. We don't talk about mental health. We don't talk about childhood traumas. We don't talk, remember we were taught when we were younger, we don't talk about what goes on inside these walls. Yeah. Right?
What stays in the house goes on.
What stays in the house stays in the house, right? And so, yeah, having a voice and talking about it and teaching children to talk about it and sharing how they feel does break generational curses, because I'm not like suppressing them. I'm like, no, talk to the people, share how you feel about things, and be the amazing human being that you're intended to be.
No, that's dope. That's dope. So let's get into a little bit of this, the co-parent with G and, the situation that was going on. Y'all had a big storyline on the last season that you were on. Yeah. It was a lot of things going on. How did you feel regarding like using that storyline with, your past person and also G? Like, how did that feel with you to be able to like put that out there? It's going to come with a lot of commentary and things that may speak to your character. But how did you feel, and how did you bring that to the camera? And then also, why did you choose to bring it to the camera?
So